Dear students, now we are going to describe the very important group of plant kingdom, that is second group, Bryophyta. Bryos means the moss. Bryos means the moss. Mosses are those group of plants that grow in often moist and dampy area. Where is not proper sunlight or often fall, and there is a condition even moist throughout the lifespan throughout the year. Now back to the discovery of Bryophyta. Bryophyta was first of all discovered by Braun in 1841. Braun was called father of Bryophyta. Some of the very important question regarding Indian father of Bryophyta may asked in upcoming examination, and also a previous examination. It was asked Indian father of Bryophyta was actually named with the S.R. Kashyap, Professor Shivram Kashyap, who made their researches regarding the Indian variety of Bryophyta. Now back to the next important topics of Bryophyta, the habitat of Bryophyta. Habitat means the living place of organisms. Actually, Bryophyta mostly grow in moist, shady area and damp. Damp means those area near to the water resources like the waterfall and river, but the condition is should be moist. The dry condition are actually not allowed for the Bryophyta. All the variety of Bryophyta are terrestrial, it should be in your mind, except one variety, Rixia flutans. Rixia flutans, variety of Rixia flutans are totally aquatic. Rixia flutans, it may be asked in the upcoming competitive examination like NEET and other. Now back to the features of Bryophyta are associated with the amphibian. Bryophyta called amphibian of plant kingdom. It is very important question. Your homework is why Bryophyta called amphibian of plant kingdom. It is very important. Listen carefully. Bryophyta are actually during the sexual reproduction required water as a medium for the movement of their male gamete. The male gamete of Bryophyta are antherozoids, which has the flagella, and with the help of flagella the male gametes can swim and achieve the longer distance to the female gametophytic body, that is archegonium, and in order to reach to the egg cell there is a need of medium. If condition is dry, Bryophyta unable to complete their lifespan. So at least of their one events of their life cycle, that is events of their sexual reproduction, they required water. So Bryophyta called amphibian of plant kingdom. Amphibian means organism that may live in water and land. Thank you. Now next is
vegetative characters of Bryophyta. Listen carefully. Bryophyta may be thallus or erect. Bryophyta may be thallus or may be erect depending upon their nature, thallus and erect. What is thallus? When the plants do not differentiated into root, stem or leaf, and they are actually spread throughout the ground, the structure is known as thallus. They do not actually, as like the common plants, they are actually run parallelly, flat parallelly to the terrestrial area. That is actually the thallus structure, and it is very important, keep in mind. Now back to the structure. When the structure become erect, suppose that this is the erect structure, then the erect structure consists root like structure. Keep in mind, root like structure is known as rhizoid. Root like structure is known as rhizoids, and that is actually not true root because of having lack of vascular bundle. The leaf like structure, that is not actually leaf because of having absence of vascular bundle. And stem like structure, so you should have a pre-mindset, you should have the notice about the leaf like, root like and stem like structure, not actually true stem, true leaf and true roots. The roots like structure in Bryophyta is known as rhizoid. So you have to mention in your copy regarding the definition of rhizoid. It is your homework. Now back to the different groups of Bryophyta. The different groups of Bryophyta is liverworts, hornwort and mosses. Liverworts, hornworts and mosses. Actually, it is true Bryophyta. The moss is called true Bryophyta, but unfortunately, only the liverworts and mosses is in your syllabus. But regarding the hornworts, I would also describe you for the next important, that is for the purpose of NEET and other competitive examination. So let us we describe one by one about the basic knowledge about the liverworts, hornwort and mosses. Is the liverwort actually, as per name, they are actually the liver shape, the liver like structure, the thallus of liver like structure, so they called liverworts. Keep in mind, hornworts, they are actually the horn, सींग जैसा structure होता है, they are actually horn like structure and they actually erect, but the liverworts are actually completely thallus in structure, and the moss are actually having the true stem, true leaf and true that is not true, that is actually the stem, root and leaf like structure. So that is the overall structure of complete structure, complete groups of Bryophyta. Later one by one we will describe about the liverworts, hornworts and mosses. Keep in mind. Now back to the liverworts. Why it called liverwort? Because of having liver shaped body. Because of having liver shaped body. So it is your homework, why the liverwort so called, because of having liver shaped body. Now their structure, actually they are actually somehow the liver shape structure, having the root like structure. The root like structure is actually the rhizoids. So do not having true stem, no stem, not erect and having no root. Keep in mind, this one is the rhizoids. What is rhizoids? The unicellular. Keep in mind, the unicellular unbranched, structure that help to absorb the moistures from the ground and provide the water to the thallus. Thallus is actually the green in color. This is the green thallus, the singular thallus and plural thalli. It should be in your mind, the singular thallus and plural thalli. And overall structures are actually grow in moss area and bank of stream or water source. Keep in mind, it grow in bank of stream and water source. So you should have a pre-mindset regarding the liverworts. In next online class we will describe about the general other features and explanation. Now the liverworts and other phylums regarding other groups regarding the Bryophyta is very essential also for the economic purpose. Now back to what happened when the liverworts has somehow the erect structure, that is when become erect. Listen carefully. Sometimes liverworts possess the little leaf like structure in their thallus, and that is actually leaf like structure, stem like structure, but not leaf, not stem and not true roots. Keep in mind, that is the overall thallus structure. Now back to the reproduction in liverworts. Reproduction in liverworts. Listen carefully. Liverworts can reproduce both sexually and asexually. The asexual reproduction is very important regarding the liverworts. It is very important also for the class 12. Now back to the asexual reproduction in liverworts. Asexual by means of fragmentation, and by means of gamma cup. Now back to how fragmentation happened in the liverworts. Suppose that this is the body of liverworts, as you have aware about the thallus structure of liverworts, that is thallus structure. When it become mature, then it get splits in few of their place and dissociate from the main body and grow to form new thalli. That will be the asexual reproduction through the thallus. Now back to the next important, the reproduction through gamma cup. Reproduction through gamma cup. It is very important. It is the second point of asexual reproduction. Suppose that this is the body of thallus of the liverworts. and when it become mature, it form a cup-like structure. When you magnify the cup-like structure, you will find the cup-like structure also consists many multicellular, that is many multicellular asexual green buds. These are actually many multicellular. These are multicellular. First point, multicellular, green and asexual bud. Keep in mind that is called gamete. Gamete, the singular gamma. Keep in mind ये बॉल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, छोटे छोटे एसेक्सुअल ग्रीन एंड मल्टी सेलुलर. तो ये आपको जानना है कि ये क्या होते हैं एक्चुअल में. जब वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स इस पे पड़ता है ड्यूरिंग द रेनी सीजन, when the water droplets are formed in between the gamete cup, then they will splits out and distribute and scattered throughout the near area. जैसे ही वाटर ड्रॉपलेट इस पे पड़ेगा, ये छोटे छोटे गैमी आसपास क्या हो जाएंगे, बिखर जाएंगे. ठीक है, और ये फिर जर्मिनेट करके नया नया थैलस बनाएंगे. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. when the rain droplets are fall in between the gamma cup, that is actually the cup like structure known as gamma cup, and the green asexual buds and multicellular buds found in between the gamma cup is actually known as gamma or gamete. तो जैसे मान लो चाय बनाते हो तो चाय जिस कप में देते हो उसको बोलते हैं टी कप. ठीक है, कप ऑफ टी. तो चाय वाला कप, तो ऐसे ही ये गेमा बनता है, इस वजह से इसको गेमा कप बोलते हैं. और इसके अंदर जो बनता है उसको गेमा ये सिंगुलर और गेमी प्लूरल में बोलते हैं. ठीक है, व्हेन द वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स आर फॉल देन इट विल स्प्लिट्स आउट, इट विल distribute and scattered throughout the near area and form the different thalli. So it is your homework, write down how gamma cup help in asexual reproduction. Now back to the sexual reproduction in the liverworts. Listen carefully. Sexual reproduction in Bryophyta is very important, so you should have focus on it. Now back to the sexual reproduction. Actually, you know that for the sexual reproduction there is need of two parents. So one thallus from one parent and other thallus from other parents. Keep in mind, one thallus behaves male and other thallus behaves female. The thallus who behaves male form very special structure on it. That special structure is known as antheridia. That is known as antheridia. This one is antheridia. Antheridia. And the stem like structure over which antheridia are formed, that is singular is antheridium and plural is antheridia, and the stem like structure, erect structure you can see, is actually called as antheridiophore. Antheridiophore. And this is the thallus where the antheridia fours and antheridia are developed. This antheridium is actually the male reproductive part, and sometimes this thallus is from the gamma cup, but it will actually perform the asexual reproduction. Now back to the what happen in the female thallus. The thallus that behaves as female form the stem like structure and also any other structure that is actually from the archegonia. So this one is archegonia. Archegonia, the singular archegonium, and this one is archegoniophore. Archegoniophore, and this one is female thalli. So male and females are sex organs are found in two different thalli. The male develop antheridium and female develop archegonium. Now back to what happened in next events. Listen carefully. In antheridium there is many motile male gametes develop. In the antheridium many motile male gametes develop. These male gametes is known as antherozoids. And in archegonium only one, listen carefully, only one female gametes are actually haploid in number. So gametes form through the meiosis. So inside the archegonium the single egg cells form. egg cells. This one is the female gametes. So during the rainy seasons, when waters are filled in between them, then antherozoids released out and swim over the water and reach to the egg cells and fuse to form the zygote, and later zygote develop into the new embryo, and new embryo later develop into a new young one. So whatever the overall requirement, there is a water. If condition is dry, then antherozoids remain in the antheridium and do not complete their life cycle, means unable to reach to the archegonium. That is actually overall phenomenon of sexual reproduction. So you have a homework regarding the sexual reproduction. First homeworks, write down why Bryophyta unable to complete their life cycle in dry. Why the Bryophyta unable to complete their life cycle in dry? So the answer is, for the movement of antherozoids, there is a need of water as a medium. Now next condition, why antherozoids form large number, that is they are 1000 in number, but egg cells are fewer. Listen carefully. As we know that egg cells remain in the archegonium, so there is no risk for the egg cell, but antherozoids comes out from the antheridium and need to move from the antheridium to the thallus of archegonium. So during the movements, many predators feed them. That's why there is a need of large number of production. That is the total homework. Now back to the some important example for the liverworts, that is Rixia, Markensia, Markensia, Markensia. So these two are very important. बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल होते हैं, रिक्सिया, मार्केंसिया, पिलिया, पोरेला, स्फेग्नम, पोगोनेटम, बट ज्यादा बताएंगे तो तुम कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. ठीक है, रिक्सिया, मार्केंसिया. सो दिस वन मे बी द थैलस ऑफ आइदर रिक्सिया और मार्केंसिया. इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो लेक्चर आई विल डिस्क्राइब यू द हॉर्न वर्ड. थैंक यू.